Alright guys, can you hear me? I'm trying this through OBS. So, just want to make sure everything sounds okay. How's my volume? Am I too loud? How's the game volume? Does everything sound okay? If it sounds good, please press 1 in the chat right now. Does everything sound okay, guys? If it sounds good and I'm coming in clear, game volume's okay, I'm okay, please press 1 and we'll get started. From Johann Badenhorst. By a donkey minia. Alright, cool. Awesome. Very glad I got this to work. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt trying to get this thing to get going. I've never used OBS before, but a bit low volume. Which is low volume? Is the game low volume or my low volume? Because I have control of both. Mr. Ioannis Palialogos. Mic volume is a bit low, okay? I'll increase that a bit. Alright, how's that? Is that good, or does it need to be a bit louder? I just want to know for next time, so I'm not, so I don't have to do this, this tech issue in the future. Is that good, or could it stand to be a bit louder? Scooch it up a skosh more. How's that? Is that Lekka? Is that good? Okay. All right. So, anyways, guys, welcome everybody. I have decided to rebrand this the basket weaving stream because I don't want everyone to, or newcomers, I guess, to the channel to get the idea that this is degrading into a sort of a gaming channel. It's not. This is as I mentioned in sort of the community post, this is kind of just sort of a community building exercise. I'm Barack Obama. I'm a community organizer, essentially. I have that's me. To rebrand this. I'm Barack. So, and you know, it's just kind of fun, and being as busy as I am, I kind of have to schedule you know, fun time, I guess. So that's a little bit of part of it as well. But, you know, also just to hang out and talk with you guys. And there's also some interesting things within this game as well, which I think bears some discussion. All right, cool. Johann Badenhorst. Excellent. Whew. I'm glad I got it working. Okay, cool. So yeah, last time StreamYard did not work as well as might be expected. So I had to come up with another solution, which is OBS. So this seems to be working a lot better though, so I'm happy with that. And I guess we'll get started now. So where were we last week? Let's go to the original campaign. We shall return to tradition. Keep it in the old screen format style. So this one, Revolution. If we have a quick run through of where we were in this game, we're a magistrate on some Confederate colonial world. We get sent out to an area to deal with some aliens. The aliens invade. Nobody's really doing anything about it. Bureaucratic government. The man wants to keep us down. Then, in Desperate Alliance, a idealistic freedom fighter group led by Arcturus Minsk, decides to pick us up. But of course, we're branded as outlaws as a result. Now we're going to get information from the Jacobs installation, and today is the Revolution. So, let's go see what that's all about. In the wake of the chaos resulting from the Zerg invasion, Sons of Gorhal escaped with the stolen data disks, fleeing to the border colony of Antigua Prime. Arcturus' group now plans his next crucial moves against the Confederacy. 13 hours after evacuating Marsara, Protoss warships took up orbit around the colony and unleashed a massive planetary bombardment. All life upon the surface was extinguished. It's very metal. I love these old 3D animations.
Hey, man. Headquarters has begun analysis of the discs. They expect to have them decoded shortly. I hope whatever's on those discs is worth it.
Receiving incoming transmission from Arcturus Minsk.
You and Captain Rayner have done well, Commander. I believe our efforts have weakened the Confederacy's grip on the fringe worlds. But our job out here isn't done yet. Lieutenant Kerrigan, my second in command, will elaborate.
I'll get straight to the point. Our sources tell us that Antigua Prime is ready to begin open revolt against the Confederacy. Unfortunately, the Confederates seem to be aware of this as well. They've stationed a large detachment of Alpha Squadron troops there under the command of General Duke.
It will be your job, Commander, to free this colony and show our good intent to the Antiguan people. Lieutenant Kerrigan will help you deal with Duke's officers. The rest of the Confederates are yours to deal with.
So basically, make Antigua Prime safe for democracy. That's what it is. So we are in charge of liberating this world under the leadership of Minsk. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're freedom fighters now. We've gone from colonial magistrates of the Confederacy to kind of insubordinate, outworlders to rebels, and now we are freedom fighters. Cool. This is like a neocon agenda. Excellent. All right, let's get started.
Standing by.
Okay.
Go, go, go. Let's move. Outstanding. Rayner here.
Here we go.
Sounds fun. Standing by. This is Jimmy. Give me something to shoot. Anytime you're ready. Give me something to shoot.
Ah.
This is Jimmy.
Captain Rayner, I finished scouting out the area and you pig.
What? I haven't even said anything to you yet.
Yeah, but you were thinking it.
Oh, yeah. You're a telepath. Look, let's just get on with this, okay?
Right.
Rayner just wants to coom,
Give me something
apparently.
to shoot. Rayner here.
Lieutenant
That's
Kerrigan
all.
reporting.
Just wants to coom.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
Jacked up and
I'm
good to
waiting
Yeah,
on
but
you.
I'll put her on hotkey 1.
Anytime
That's the
you're
thing
ready.
about this game is
Jacked
you
up
gotta
and
manage all these damn hotkeys and blah.
standing by. This is Jimmy. Give me something to shoot. Rock and roll. Outstanding.
That's right. We're liberating.
I read you.
This should be good. Oh, yeah.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. What now? Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
Yo.
Thinking the same thing.
I wonder if I can cloak her.
It'd be a pleasure. Thinking the same thing. I read you. Thinking the same thing. I read you. It'd be a pleasure.
Standing by. Outstanding.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. I read you. Thinking the same thing. I gotcha.
Commander. Let's move. Go, go, go. Let's move. Give me something to
What
shoot.
now?
Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Rock and roll. Standing by.
What now?
Standing by.
Alright.
Rock and roll. Go, go,
So
go.
where are these guys?
Go, go, go.
What now? It'd be a pleasure.
Be a pleasure indeed.
I read you.
Use cloaking ability.
I gotcha. It'd be a pleasure.
Your forces are
Oh, shit.
under attack.
It'd be a pleasure.
Shit.
I read you.
All right, here we go. It's like going after Osama. Uh-oh.
I've taken care of business on this end, Commander. I think the Antigans are ready to back us up, too.
Nice.
That's right. We've tolerated these Confederate goons long enough.
Down with Saddam.
Base is under
Down with
attack.
Saddam.
Orders, Captain?
I love America. Down with Saddam.
Outstanding. Report for duty.
Base is under attack.
Oh, shit. Okay, so put this onto the hotkey number 5. There we go. Okay.
Commander, I'm picking up a large Confederate strike force advancing on our position.
Well, they're not wasting any time.
Let's move.
Destroy the Confederate base. See, even in video games, they manage to vilify the South. In space video games, South is always the bad guy. South gets no respect. Confederates, no bueno. Ah, well. I guess it's to be expected. Okay, so before the stream,
Not enough minerals.
I was listening to something very interesting. It was a, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Jay Dyer, but he had an episode out where he was acting as guest host on the Alex Jones show. And basically, the thing that he was talking about was kind of the Anglo-American establishment in a nutshell. So
I read you.
that was pretty interesting. It was much more,
Not enough
on the
minerals.
face of it, I guess it might not be all that surprising, but what is interesting is how just sort of downplayed none of this stuff is talked about. Like, if you brought it up in polite conversation, they just assume you're a lunatic. They'll be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Minerals.
sure, Mr. Tinfoil Hat, you and your Anglo-American establishment and Cecil Rhodes and the Rothschilds and all this stuff. But the thing about it, though, is all these people wrote it down. Like, they told us what they were going to do. And, you know, I think a lot of the conspiracies, well, maybe, okay, I won't, I'll tread carefully here, but a lot of the criticisms of a certain tribe or whatever are kind of overblown in my estimation, and a lot of it has to do with basically what Jay Dyer was talking about how guys like Cecil Rhodes and hell, even H.G. Wells and stuff, Aldous Huxley, all these guys basically colluded to make kind of the world that we have it today. Like, Globo Homo was in the cards, based in the UK, you know, well over 100 years ago. So it was interesting enough that I'm thinking about doing a book review of, once I'm done with the Machiavelli series, but doing a video on one of the essays that he was talking about that was written by, I'm kind of trying to remember the guy's name. I think it was Lord Milner or something. But
Not enough minerals.
yeah, just to sort of show the early Anglo roots of the global homo world order. This needs to be an isolationism campaign. Yeah, exactly. Isolationism campaign. Antigua Prime for the Antigans. All right, here we go. Get this.
Standing by. Go, go, go.
Good.
I read you.
Cool.
Roger that. Job finished. Orders received.
Yeah, things definitely spice up a little bit with the campaign. You know, starts off just a bunch of good old freedom fighters, but things do, as you may imagine, go south,
Commander.
and not like fried chitlins and all that good stuff south, but
I'm ready.
they go bad. I think I think Junior's in here.
Reporting for duty.
Uh-oh. My lads joined us. Oops.
Orders, Captain? SCV good to go, sir.
Alright, we'll look at
Right away,
this.
sir. Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go.
Comsat station. Don't need that.
You want a piece of me, boy?
This on 0. Vulture. Vulture.
Reporting for duty.
This on 4 actually. That's the thing with this game is the hotkeys, man. Hotkeys are brutal.
Orders, Captain? Commander, outstanding.
Okay.
Give me something to shoot.
March up.
Bring it on.
See what we can find.
Reporting for duty. Yeah.
Cool.
Commander.
2.
Something on
This
your
guy's on
mind?
2. Research. Spider mines.
Reporting for duty.
Engineering bay. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Kill these
Orders
guys.
received.
There's 1 engineering bay. There's 2 engineering bays. Uh-oh.
Base is under attack.
Base is under attack. Oh shit.
No problem. Rainer here. This is Jimmy. Sounds fun. What do you want? I read you.
Research complete. Not enough minerals.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
SCV good to go, sir. Jacked up and good to go. Transmit coordinates.
Is this mine?
Vector,
Oh, yeah.
piece of me, boy.
I had no idea.
Roger. Vector,
Thought he was with the bad guys.
SCV good to go, sir.
He's getting ready to shoot this thing down.
Locked in. Roger.
Okay.
Attack formation.
Flying over to the other side of the map. Star Wars as well. A little Confederacy of Independent Systems. Yeah. No, Confederacy gets no respect. Absolutely none.
Coordinates received.
Absolutely zip, zero, nada.
Vector, give me something to shoot.
Okay.
Outstanding.
How the hell do I...
Go, go, go. Let's move.
Do I gotta... Oh shit. Do I have to build like... transport shuttles?
Outstanding.
Uh-oh.
Standing by.
Hope this doesn't take forever. Okay.
I read you.
Starport. Okay.
Standing
I think I need the starport, guys.
Commander.
Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Insufficient Vespine
Oh
gas.
shit.
Reporting for duty.
I'm all kinds of sloppy, man.
Right away, sir. What do you want? Yeah?
I'm waiting.
I read you. This is
That's what I
Jimmy.
get for not playing video games anymore.
Sir? Roger that. Go ahead, Commander.
My silly stream.
For duty.
So, anyways, as I mentioned earlier, part of the deal is about building a... Oh, hey, buddy. I don't know if you guys can hear Junior or not. Probably.
Reporting for duty.
Alright. Hey. There we go. Okay. So, dropship needs control tower. You know what? I'll just make it here. Because... Actually, you know what? Mo dropships mo better. Okay.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
I'm increase the graphic fidelity.
SCV good to go,
Bam.
sir.
Meet the new school.
Orders received.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
Okay.
SCV good to
Go.
go, sir.
My eyes aren't used to this degree of graphic fidelity.
Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. SCV good to go, sir.
I'm gonna go down here. This hotkey, that one. Beep beep beep. Used to be in isolation, isn't campaign. So, anything happening exciting in your world?
Go ahead, Commander.
I guess I got a lot of stuff going on sort of in my neck of the woods.
This should
Honestly, this was just kind of a scheduled escape. Busy, 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 busy bee. But good news is
Base is under attack.
well, I guess start with the bad news first. The job that I thought I would have ended up falling through a little while ago. But the good news is I think I got another one in the works. So, please don't destroy it. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be more money and all that sort of stuff, because what we'd like to do is in the next year or so, yeah, I guess next year, be in a position so that Mrs. P can quit working and just be full-time mom. So that's kind of what we're going to be shooting for, but it's going to take a little bit of effort to get there. So before any of that happens, of course, financial benchmarks need to be met, and we'll just sort of hope for the best. Pray that God grants us financial blessings, prosperity gospel style. But yeah, it'll be nice to get there if we can. So, Lord willing, we'll be able to do it. I'm trying to be a little more high energy in my
Not enough minerals.
professional endeavors.
Commander.
But hopefully that'll work out pretty good. Thank you for the good luck wishes. Alright, cool. We are going to go across here. Where's the dingus?
Can I take your order? Input coordinates in transit HQ.
Okay, alright. Oh, thank God.
Input coordinates in the 5.
Nice. Aliens reference. Oh, shit. Look at
I read you.
Not enough minerals.
Right away, sir.
that. Always
Not
be
enough
loading.
Can I
minerals.
take your order?
Reporting for duty. Orders, Captain.
Go ahead, HQ.
Commander.
This is Jimmy.
Can I take your order?
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Just getting your army organized.
SCV good to go,
Based
sir.
aim and any job is a good job these days. God bless all of you. Yeah, thanks, man. God bless me, more pylons.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, basically. Now, nice to see you, Mr. Kit Spikin.
Outstanding. Jacked up and good to go.
Man who has the wrench. Oh, wait. Did I give you a wrench yet? Kit Spikin? Did you get a wrench or not? Or did I tell you, Jimmy, my boy?
Jacked up and good to go.
Destination.
Upgrade
Destination.
complete.
Rock and roll.
Okay. Upgrade complete. Stim. Gotta get that stim. Okay.
Give me something to shoot. Give me something to shoot.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Standing by.
Alright. Loading up.
Rock and roll. Go, go, go.
your ass in there, Kerrigan.
Yes, sir.
Get that ass in there.
Additional supply
Go
depots
ahead,
required.
HQ. Destination?
Wait, where is the...
Go ahead, HQ.
Okay.
In the 5.
Okay, Marine.
Additional supply depots
Crap.
required.
Crap. I guess one will be honestly plenty to deal with any would-be assailants.
Go, go, go.
Anytime you're ready.
All my boys are in the other one. So we'll go up here. That's a good thing I'm not playing online or I'd be getting my ass kicked. It's so funny, like whenever you see these, a lot of streamers, you know, well-practiced ones, they'll just be able to have the words flow off the tongue and kick ass and be doing whatever it is, you know, a zillion actions per minute. But that ain't me, not yet. Ain't easy. This is not easy. It's a hard game, and it's kind of hard to stream while gaming at the same time, I've discovered. No wrench. Wrench is pending. I was commissioned to prove myself in further streams. Yes. And you are here. Kit spiking. So, I guess being on this very niche stream, which may be canceled in the near future, I guess you've proven yourself. So, you know what? There's a wrench. There you go. You got a wrench. Make me proud, Kit.
I'm listening.
This is Jimmy.
Standing by.
Rainer here.
Destination?
Okay. How do you...
Anytime you're ready.
It true. It true. Yeah.
Go ahead, HQ.
1, 2. Put some Marines in
Go ahead,
here.
HQ. I'm listening. Go
It's a
ahead,
theme
HQ.
with these early games. A lot of quality of life kind of improvements had not been really introduced.
Buckle up.
Oh shit.
In the 5.
Oh shit.
Your forces are under attack.
A lot of quality of life improvements are kind of missing, like
Destination?
ways to organize troops. And as a result, even just sort of getting getting the boys across the river from the dropships is a little bit of a challenge, even trying to do that while being coordinated. Can be a little dicey. Where the hell did my wraith go? Oh, here we went. Okay. All right, so I think that's what we need to do. So build some wraiths.
Your
Put
forces are
them
under attack.
boys down here. Okay.
This is Jimmy.
Alright, vultures, engage. Oh shit, oh shit.
Reporting for duty. I read you.
Uh-oh.
This is Jimmy.
Wraith awaiting launch order.
Go.
Go ahead, Commander.
Waiting launch order. SCV good to go, sir.
Okay.
I read you.
Anytime you're ready.
What do you want? Order scout?
Okay, fix him up first.
Rainer here.
You know, I should probably just leave a couple vultures here to deal with any
Additional supply depots required.
mischief. Much obliged. I will do my level best. Do they have command group functionalities yet? Yeah, they do. But it's just a couple of
This is Jimmy.
like for example,
Reporting for duty.
you can only have 12 units selected at a time,
Rainer here.
and the unit pathing is also not ideal. Also, I can't like select a group of like see these factories here. I can't select a group of them and tell them all to build at once. I have to click on each individual one, click on this icon, or hit the hotkey individually and pivot between them. And so there's a lot of like just kind of messy. Like the interface isn't terrible, but it's not as smooth as you'd find in Starcraft 2, for instance. Starcraft 2, it's much more
Additional supply
much
depots
more
required.
easy
Additional
to
supply
get around.
depots required.
But that's part of the reason why Brood War is kind of held in such high regard by everybody, is because it really did take kind of a Herculean effort to get good at this game. So for that reason, it's our controls modernized. No, Baja Bazi Boy Scout. Controls are not modernized. So when they made this remastered edition, they left everything exactly the same except for the graphics and sort of the online ladder and stuff. Everything else is as you would find in 1998, essentially. They made some minor adjustments regarding like, you know, sound and whatnot, and, you know, ability to zoom in and out, and forecasting the game. They actually improved the interface for casters quite a bit, which is nice. But the core gameplay, unit pathing, all that jazz, all that's exactly the same. So there are no training wheels on this. Alright, so let me see here. Has anyone seen Doomgoy in the chat, by the way? I also owe him a wrench as well. But I'm not sure if he's made it. I think he might be in the United States. Old Doomgoy.
Hang on, we're in for some chops. Input coordinates. Go
He's
ahead, HQ.
big fan of the show. And a loyal supporter on Subscribestar, by the way. You should all follow Doomgoy's example. Okay, alright, cool. I think I'm about ready to...
Go ahead, HQ.
Okay, alright.
Research complete.
Any... Okay. So let me think of my control group. I'm going to put these guys on 3. Those will be on 1. I'm going to cloak them. I'm going to kill this guy. Come in here, kill this guy. And this way. Easy does it, easy does it, easy does it. Kill these dudes? I can. That'd be great if I could.
I'm listening.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Upgrade complete.
I remember the campaign on Brood War. The expansion for this is a lot harder. This game does get a little bit harder as the campaign goes on, but Brood War is definitely a little more hard to deal with. Like, it makes it kind of... It doesn't make you good at the game, but it makes you pretty good at the game, I guess, is the best way I can describe it.
We're in for some chops. Go ahead, HQ.
Back. Alright, you guys are on command. Control group 1 now.
I'm ready. Think
Go
of
ahead,
the same thing.
Okay. Where my dogs at? Oh, there you are. Much obliged for doing Lek UI death by 1,000 cuts. It's nice they left it alone, though. My country is being burnt to the ground, but this is a nice escape. What part of the country are you in, man? Because, yeah, things are pretty quiet here in the Western Cape, but I know up in Gauteng and... Did this guy never even drop? Shit. Alright. But I know up in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, things are pretty dicey. So yeah, for those of the chat who are unaware, but basically the rundown is the corrupt former president of South Africa is kind of being, it's really kind of a slap on the wrist, but he's getting sentenced to 15 months in jail for his crimes. And in response to this, shit. Sorry. In response to this, a lot of people are rioting. Like, rioting really bad. There's a whole mall that I saw in one of the provinces that was lit on fire. To give you an idea about the levels of arson and looting we're talking about. There's basically no, Western parallel to what's going on right now. It's just, it's FUBAR. That's what it is. But, that's just kind of the spice of life living here in South Africa, I suppose. But, yeah. It's not anything I care to have visited upon my homeland, to say the least. Yeah, I'm so glad they made medics in the second expansion set. Ugh. Which country though? Yeah, South Africa, Bakabazi, Boy Scout. Folk. I thought that was Afrikaans for the F word, folk. Folk, okay. Folk are writing for a type of criminal having to face justice. What a novel concept. Yeah. Yeah. But, the thing too, it's a little different about South Africa, is it's a little bit of high in-group preference, a little bit. So with the Zulus, it can be a little bit, my tribe, right or wrong, sort of. Like other groups you might think of. So I guess it's kind of a, that it's sort of. I don't want to say herd mentality, but you know what I'm saying. That the kind of, I guess, strong in-group preference past the point of integrity, I guess.
Something on your mind?
Not ideal, but yeah, it is what it is.
Go ahead, HQ. Hang on. We're in for
That would be the thing, though. Get the Zulu levels of in-group preference, but like, more civilized, I guess. I think we're about ready to stomp these guys. Yo. It's a good thing that this game starts out easy because I am not up to any kind of high-level chicanery. I'm also very tired, so that might be part of it. How much health do these things have? 150? Shit. Okay.
Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Let's
Live in Pretoria, so pretty close to the action. But luckily, I live in a gated community, so sort of safe. But it's not nice to live in a lawless country. Yeah. No, that's the thing. And, shit. Oh, damn. That's the problem. Is you have to basically live like you know, a Western expat in a third world country. You know, worried about joggers and whatever. In your own home, you know. So you're living like an expat in your own country, like a rich Western expat in your own country, but probably not even, you know, a rich Western expat. You probably, you know, judging by your name, Johan Badenhorst, you know, your ancestors have probably been here for generations upon generations, and, you know, kind of helped build this country into what it is in a good way. But now, highball, as they say.
Right away, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? Give me some ratio.
Okay, I'll load up another transport. Go.
Input coordinates. Buckle up. I got that.
Alright,
Go, go, go.
watch. When I kill this missile turret, I'll probably win the game. Watch. Right? Did I win? Okay. Alright, cool. Let's see what the chat's up to. Yeah. I might think of being a majority does make a big difference as opposed to what we got going on across the pond. Hypocrite. They looted the shop in front of my house today. Pretty intense. Thanks for the calming ending to the day. Damn, Hypocrite. Sorry, man. You know, I was trying to place your accent and it really sounded South African to me, but then I checked your YouTube channel and it said Germany. So I wasn't sure. So sounds like you're in South Africa. Always mocked Oranje as being some backward racist enclave, but now I see the genius foresight of those men. Wouldn't mind moving there. And yeah, Oranje is... I think it would be wrong to even call it a white ethno-state. It's an Afrikaner ethno-town. An Afrikaner city-state. So, like, for example, I couldn't live there because I'm not Afrikaans. And I'm not the right kind of Afrikaans. I'm ankles mince. Feel hypocrite. Yeah, I'm studying there, but now I'm back. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, are you in Johannesburg or Pretoria? Viljersdorp? Some little torpy out in the countryside? Tolbach? That would be somewhere I'd like to live, Tolbach. Fortunately, got family. Can't leave them behind. All right, here we go. Classic 90s CG cutscene. This is so much better than trying to screencast with StreamYard. Oh god. NORAD 2. This is a fun mission, as I recall. I don't like Terran versus Terran so much. It's not as fun.
It appears that the Confederates are in a state of panic about the Antiguan revolt. I'm picking up a high number of Confederate transmissions going back and forth between their outposts and their headquarters on Tarsonis. Most of the transmissions are heavily coded, but wait, here's something.
This is General Duke calling from Alpha Squadron Flagship NORAD 2. We've crash landed and are being hit hard by the Zerg. Request immediate backup from anyone receiving this signal. Repeat, this
Return to tradition.
Distress call.
Zerg? Here? Serves them right. About time they got a taste of what it's like to be in there mixing it up.
Jim, I want you to move in and save that base.
I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
Arcturus, have you lost your mind?
Listen, I know Duke's a cold-hearted bastard, but an entire colony shouldn't have to suffer for that. Besides, a Confederate general could prove to be a powerful ally. This is an opportunity we cannot miss.
I don't like this at all.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm asking you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's get this over with.
Yeah. So looking here. Yeah, it looks like Philly Uppercuts. Okay, yeah. KwaZulu-Natal. The Bush. The South Africans have a tradition of forming local militias due to distrust of the government. Well, they used to have something kind of like that called the commando system, where the national government would essentially help fund and organize rural militia for farms and whatnot. But they quit doing that, I think, in the early 2000s. And since then, you've sort of seen farm murders become a thing. But they're starting to realize that, you know, the government's never going to help them again and sort of organize themselves. Man, Blizzard really was the master of cutscenes. Yeah, they had nice cutscenes. I like them. World building. Okay, so strange bedfellows, essentially. So now we've had John McCain, General Edmund Duke, John McCain, get shot down, and we're going to have to go rescue him from the aliens. All right, here we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
This is Jimmy.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Slam it. Anytime you're orders, Captain. Orders received. Yes. You got my attention. Orders, Captain. Orders received.
Oh.
Not enough
Report for
minerals.
duty. Right away, sir. Orders, Captain. I read you. Want to turn up the heat? You got it. Let's move.
If we're doing this, we better hurry. That ship won't last long against those Zerg.
Standing by. Give me
All right, boys. Get in the bunkers.
Go, go, go. Go ahead, Town. Orders, Captain.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Wait, shit, I need Vespian gas to fix that? Oh, no.
Not enough minerals.
All right. Return of the New School. There we go. So it's the
Not
old
enough minerals.
enemy. Well, it's not even that. It's we're going to see if we can't get him to flip because we save his ass and he doesn't have much of a choice.
Good to go,
Not
sir.
enough minerals.
Roger that. Orders, Captain. Yes, sir.
So the enemy of death
Affirmative.
is my friend.
Sir. Go ahead, Commander.
Nice.
You got my attention. Systems functional. You got my attention.
All right, infantry.
Go ahead, TACOM. Acknowledging you.
Do mech on that key.
Yes.
Not enough minerals.
Commander.
Not enough minerals.
But yeah, the thing that's sort of nice about these older games is kind of limits of the technology a little bit. They couldn't have quite these, you know, these sort of elaborate,
Anytime you're ready.
not as elaborate cutscenes
Not
and
enough minerals.
sparkle as they get now.
Orders, Captain.
So a lot of the cutscenes were very narrative driven.
Channel open.
And because they had competent writers, they're able to create some pretty
Not enough minerals.
kind of an interesting story. And we'll sort of see this sort of unfold as time goes on a bit. But Yeah, if you compare it to, like, I guess Starcraft Legacy of the Void, the latest one that they made, in my opinion at least, the story building, the world building, character development, the, I guess, coherence of the plot, and lack of stupidness is much better, actually, in this older game than in the newer ones. This game is basically about rescuing neocons. And turning them into freedom fighters. But it's not the whole story. There's a lot of we'll see what happens. There's some Machiavellian things that take place, that transpire, and the response to it, basically. Okay, under attack by the aliens. Nice. Oh, we got the boys in the bunker. Shit. What the hell is that? Goo.
Go ahead, TACOM. TACOM locked.
Let's see what they look like zoomed in, old timey. Oh, oof.
Target designated.
Oof. I remember the first time I saw this game. Actually, it left that much of an impression on me. I was at a coffee house. Not the Dutch kind of coffee house, a real coffee house, a cafe. And I was a kid, maybe, I don't know, 10 years old or something. Shit. Zerglings. And I saw this guy playing this game. Because back then, you know, cafes, coffee shops, and whatnot, particularly in my state, which didn't have the greatest internet or stuff. This guy was playing this on one of the computers at the cafe, and I was just blown away by it. I'm like, dude, what are you playing? It's like these alien cutscenes, and we're just kind of like snooping on it. And I'm like, hey man, can I, strange 30 whatever year old man, can I watch you play this video game? He's like, yeah, sure. And yeah, it's been one of my favorites ever since. Yeah, that was probably in like, I don't know, 2001, 2002, something like that. But yeah,
Channel open.
been a fan favorite.
Calling online. Orders, Captain. Systems functional. Reporting for duty.
Okay, I think we'll be able to save them.
You got my attention. Want to turn a fade.
3.
Channel open.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
There's just so much stuff to keep track of with this game, man. Ugh.
Base is under attack.
Yes.
Doesn't know that. Build the bunker. Great. Lost a fire bat. Okay, I'm going to build an academy so I could build fire bats again, because I lost the only one I had. Apparently another tradition of forming mobs in attempts to manipulate the government. Yeah. Syrian's origins, yes. You ever played Dawn of War? Yeah, I did play Dawn of War actually, years after it came out. Great game. Really liked the aesthetic of it. Gameplay was good. They managed to make the factions pretty balanced, from what I can remember. And yeah, it was just fun. I was never as much into it though as I was into Starcraft though. That's just my own personal tastes. Okay. Nice. Aliens kicking my ass. Cool. So this is where I shall expand to. Okay. Now watch guys play this game and think, oh, I can do that. I realize I can't. It's really hard. Okay, go.
Base is under attack.
Where at?
Add-on complete.
Where at? Where's it under attack at? Where at?
Reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete.
Something to shoot. Systems functional. This is Jimmy. You want a
Oh,
piece
shit.
of me, boy?
SCP line.
Good to go. Let's move. Yes, sir.
I need
Right away, sir.
more units.
You want a piece of me,
Your
boy?
forces are under attack.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Standing by. I read you. Orders received.
Okay.
Job finished. Give me something to shoot.
Okay. Increase range.
SCP good to go, sir. Orders received.
Actually, you know what? Oh,
Right
we're
away,
going up
sir.
here, man.
Orders received.
The expansion.
Roger that.
We'll build a command center right
SCP good to go, sir.
here. There we go. Okay.
SCP good to go, sir. Yes, sir. Roger that. Right away, sir.
How'd you guys like the
I read you.
conserving nothing video, by the way? That turn out okay?
Good to go, sir. Orders, Captain?
Always looking for constructive feedback.
Sir?
If any of you, by the way, find a nice juicy con or neocon hot takes, articles or pieces or whatever that you'd like me to review,
Orders, Captain?
possibly make a video out of,
Job finished.
by all means, feel free to send it my way. Always looking for new quality content
You want a piece of me,
to
boy?
produce
I read
for
you.
my prized viewers.
Systems functional.
It's the thing, whenever you start a new channel, whatever, it seems like it's not going anywhere for the first, you know,
You want a piece of me, boy?
forever.
I read you.
But once it starts growing, it's real gratifying. So
Checked up and good to go.
thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Job finished. Systems functional. You want
Just hanging out tonight. That's all this is. We're just hanging out.
rock and roll.
Oh shit! Somebody kill that Zergling. Oh shit! God, decimated. Okay, we need a comsat. How so I'll put you
Base is
online.
under attack.
For duty.
Put you here. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Reporting for duty. This is Jimmy. Checked up and good to go.
God damn!
Go ahead, Commander.
I need to get better at this game. Never had a cafe experience with Dawn of
Add-on
War.
complete.
They added Necrons. Robo zombies were busted. Yeah, I remember the Necrons had a reputation for being pretty
I read you.
pretty tanky, pretty OP,
Orders, Captain? Affirmative.
if memory serves correctly. I remember I beat the campaign once, in that, but can't remember exactly how it played out. But I do remember the Necrons were quite tanky. Shit. Need more Marines. More Marines, please. More Marines, please. Okay, that's my factory. So, Affiliate Hypocrite, what were you studying, man? If you're still in chat, that is.
Reporting for duty.
In university in Germany, Deutschland.
Job finished.
Curious. And why Germany?
Your forces are under attack.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, TACOM. Orders, Captain. Piece of me, boy. Go ahead, TACOM. Channel open. Reporting for duty. Go ahead, Reporting for duty. Systems functional. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Standing by. Rock and roll. Reporting for duty. Anytime you're ready.
Studying theology. Cool, man. Classic theology.
Want a piece of me, boy? Jacked up and good to go.
How you mean? Just curious.
Standing by. Reporting for duty.
Like church fathers or
Orders received. You want a piece of me, boy?
did you want to become an Orthodox priest or something?
Standing by. Commander. SCV good to go, sir. Outstanding.
Classic Calvinist theology, perhaps? Would be more
Outstanding.
in line with the whole South African thing.
Go, go, go. Let's move. Go, go, go. Give me something to shoot. Standing by. Rock and roll. Give me something to shoot.
Okay, cool. Marine. Farbat, Farbat, Farbat. Farbat, Marine.
I read you. Yes, sir. Roger that. Orders, Captain. You want a piece of me, boy? Veto light.
Your forces are under attack.
Marine for that shit.
Good to go. Go, go, go. Let's move. Give me something to shoot. Yes. Piece of me, boy. Veto light. You got my attention.
Mutilite.
Naturally.
Yes. I crave a cigarette very much,
Attention.
but I shan't have one.
Channel Raider here.
The rule I set for myself is if I want to smoke, I gotta save it for either a braai with the boys or a weekend getaway. Otherwise, just a week addict. Don't want to do that.
Want to turn up the heat?
Oh. This is a cozy stream. Very
You want a piece of me, boy?
Lutheran.
Veto light.
My church still has a large German-speaking population, so we have relatively strong German ties.
Forces are under attack.
Cool, man. I guess there was a contingent of Germans who did sort of kind of assimilate into what later became the Afrikaners. Obviously, it's predominantly Dutch, but there was a French Huguenot and German contingent as well. So is your first language Afrikaans, Philopocrit?
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Or are you a rootless Anglo South African?
Fired up. Let's burn. You got it. Let's burn. Naturally. Good to go, sir. Want to turn up the heat? Let's burn. Jacked up and good to go. Yes. You got it.
Stimpaks.
Fired up.
Trax.
Yes. Let's burn. You got my attention. Let's burn. Outstanding.
Oh,
Rock and roll.
maybe we'll just leave them alone.
Jacked up and good to go. Let's move. Go, go, go.
What's your opinion on Jordan Peterson? My opinion or Philopocrit?
Up and good to go. Standing by.
Not sure.
You got my attention.
Who you mean? I'm not sure who you mean.
Got it.
I don't know.
Reporting for duty.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, guys, don't go that way. God dang. No, 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 no.
You got my attention.
Ugh.
Jacked up and good to go. Fired up.
Do I need to set waypoints for you?
Got it. Let's burn.
Yes, I do.
Commander.
I suppose I do.
Rock and roll. Outstanding.
Nope. Ruti German came after the Boers as missionaries, originally intended for a different part of Africa to fight against slavery with the gospel, but that didn't really work. Flawless JP impression though. Nice. Yeah, I'm somewhat of an amateur impressionist. I'm not amazing at it, but there's a few voices I can do relatively well.
Naturally. Slamming.
Just part of my winning personality. Kill the aliens. Shit, they're all gonna die. No. Oh no.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Alive, keep alive. Okay, yo. Really need to get better at this game. I'm not building enough. I'm not spending my money. I got a huge bank. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Okay, I need an armory. There we go. I want another factory. Spider-Mans. I want to build. I guess I can't build those yet. I don't want vultures. But I do want. Neocon videos is surprisingly unsurprising. I think I pull the mask back. Oh, it's insulting and troubling. There's Patriarch Gaming. Yep, Patriarch. Been anywhere else in Africa besides South Africa? Nope, not really. I was at the Ethiopian and Namibian airports, but that was about it. So I wouldn't really classify that as seeing Africa. But I would like to go to Botswana, and
Research
I
complete.
have a friend who's from Rwanda, so I might sort of go and see what that place is about. Apparently, he's told me it's kind of developed quite nice. Rwanda's nowadays is quite a nice place to live. To hear him say it, so I believe it. Paul Kagame is pretty based. So that does not entirely surprise me.
You want a piece of me, boy? Need a light.
Yeah, there we go.
You want a piece of me, boy? Need a light.
Ooh, do Groucho. Groucho Marx. I don't even know what that guy sounds like. I'm vaguely aware of who that is, but I just couldn't do it.
Fire it up. Yes. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? Need a light.
I'll have 3 fire bats in this fire team.
Got it.
Okay.
Let's burn.
3 fire bats in the fire team. Put you guys up there as
You want a
well.
piece of me, boy? Go ahead. You want a piece of me, boy? Systems functional.
Base is under attack.
You got my attention. Slammer. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece
So you're all done with your studies now for the hypocrite, or? Unfortunately, I can't do the impression in chat. What about Ghana? I hear it's good. Yeah, I've heard Ghana's not so bad. But again, I've never been there. I know Otto Pole, who runs the pole position. He worked there for a number of years, and he said it was pretty good. They had, you know, typical Africa problems with shoddy infrastructure and whatnot, power going out, sort of unscheduled, and all that sort of nonsense. But didn't sound too bad. Alright, cool. I think we're gonna go try and kill him now.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Upgrade complete.
Okay. Put the Goliaths on hotkey 1.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Orders received.
BT. Build turret.
Yes, sir.
BT. Build another turret.
I read you. Right away, sir. Reporting for duty.
Oh, so much clicking. Oh, I think the lad's waking up.
Job's finished. SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished.
Calling online.
Okay. Lead with the Goliaths.
Acknowledged HQ.
And
You got my attention.
SCV good to go.
go. Would really like to see Namibia. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of
Forces are under attack.
Nevada. Big desert. Big old desert.
Good to go, sir.
Fired up.
But a certain stark beauty about it. Can't be doubted.
Your forces are under attack.
Wait, what? My Goliaths die? Shit.
Channel open.
Precious Goliaths.
Got my attention. You got
Your
it.
forces are under attack.
Oh, no, no, no.
TACOM locked. Want to turn up the heat? You got my attention.
No.
Fired up. Naturally.
Oh, no. How do I get to fight this way?
Turn up the heat.
This is a mistake I made. All my guys would die and I wouldn't have replenishments ready to go. So I need to keep building. And that's another thing. In order to keep the game the same,
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
you can't change the hotkey to make units. So, you know, you'd think G for Goliath,
Your forces
yes.
are under attack.
But Marine for Marine, Fire Bat for Fire Bat. But sometimes it's better to have like A or something. It's a little closer on that side of the keyboard.
Orders, Captain.
But, you know, again, part of the charm.
Received. Roger that.
Okay.
Commander, go, go, go. You want a piece of me, boy?
3.
You want a piece of me, boy? Give me some of this shit. Let's move.
Okay. So it looks like I come up down here. Okay.
Some of this shit.
And we kill everything. Okay.
Goliath online.
Additional supply depots required.
Keep big,
Your
Goliath.
forces are under attack.
Standing by. Outstanding. Commander, let's move. Systems functional.
Revenge.
Base is under attack.
Target designated. Acknowledged HQ. Target
Yeah,
designated.
I'm sick and tired of this queen.
Acknowledged HQ. Target designated.
Upgrade complete.
Acknowledged HQ.
Ugh.
Call locked.
is under attack.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
Will we ever see a big return of the RTS
Your
genre?
forces are under attack.
I doubt it. I think
Systems functional.
Yes, sir?
in the same way that, you know, movies have degraded, attention span of people, you know, isn't what it used to be.
Jacked up and good to go. Go, go, go.
Games, same way.
Outstanding.
I think there's a
Give me something to shoot.
the type of person who would be attracted to an RTS game nowadays
Go ahead, TACOM.
is quite a bit smaller.
Channel over. Jacked up and good to go.
Just again because
Your
of
forces are under attack.
just yo. Let's kill these guys.
Systems functional.
Tired of it.
Your forces
Sick of it.
are under attack.
Calling standing by. Jacked up and good to go.
I would be happy to see the return of the RTS genre, though. It's one of my favorites. But again, I just think sadly it's. I mean, there's nothing preventing them from making one nowadays. But I mean, when was the last major RTS game you could think of? Even like moderately successful one. I just think it's kind of like
Forces are under attack.
it's like a lot of things. You know, it's just kind of not built for a modern audience. That's the best way I could put it. Base has gotten too big and their appeal is still niche.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah. But I think that was the thing, though, is, in my opinion, the RTS, at the time, it really wasn't a niche game. Like, this was one of the best-selling computer games of 1998. But I think the type of people playing games then was, you know, like I said, a bit different. And not only that, but it's just, yeah, it's like you said, the base has gotten too big and the appeal is still niche. So even if the appeal, it's niche compared to what it used to be, I would certainly agree with that. So now you're dealing with a much bigger pie,
Calling online.
but as normies have been getting into gaming,
Additional supply depots required.
it's kind of, if you're a game developer, right, or games studio, and you can make a moderately successful RTS game that will sell, you know, 100,000 copies, or you could make a different game,
Additional supply
like a
depots
commanding,
required.
I'm gonna say command of duty, trying to mold Command and Conquer and Call of Duty. But if you're trying to make a Call of Duty game that will sell way better, make way more money, well, the financial incentive is then to, you know, make that game. So the RTS, you know, just kind of languishes. I guess the last sort of newer RTS game I can sort of remember getting traction was it's called Sins of a Solar Empire, and I played that in college a little bit. It was fun, again, but also highly involved. It was kind of actually, would that one be classified as an RTS? I guess it would. It's kind of like a Civilization and a real-time strategy game in space. It was actually pretty cool. It was a really cool game. But again, kind of not the sort of thing that, you know, Chad wants to play.
Naturally.
Alright,
You got my
let's go
attention.
down here. What are the total amount of RTS players is comparable? The market cap has ruined the appeal. Yeah, basically.
Want to turn up the heat? You got it. Let's move. You got it. Naturally.
I guess it's kind of like political YouTube channels, right?
Yes. Slimming.
So
You got it.
you total amount of people who want to hear like
Naturally. Slimming.
kind of deep, thoughtful,
Got it.
semi-academic, right-wing YouTube content is pretty small. But the people who like it really like it, you know? I think it's sort of the same thing with RTS games. So right-wing YouTube is sort of like the real-time strategy game of political commentary. There you go. It's actually not a bad way to think about it. It's small comparatively, takes some thought. It'll never be as big or as popular as Call of Duty or BreadTube or whatever. But for the real artiste, the person who likes to be challenged, I guess, and to expand their horizons, you can try real-time strategy games or listen to like Morgoth's review. Oh, I think I've finally made my way to this guy. Die. Do I have to bring... check the mission objectives. Bring Raynor and 2 dropships. God, so I gotta... Alright, that's one of the funny things. Yeah, algorithmic suppression of the RTS genre. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, might as well just build it here because I'm killing the Zerg. Place you here. Check my new base. It's my new base. It's my new base.
Right away, sir. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Orders received. I read you. Right away, sir. Roger that.
Your forces are under
Uh-oh.
attack.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You got my attention.
God damn.
Your forces are under attack.
Job's finished.
Oh. Total War is a pretty big franchise, and is an RTS, is it not? Yeah, I guess Total War would be the exception, now that I think about it. Total War is... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Total War would be an exception to the rule that RTS is kind of not... not in the running anymore. People do like those Total War games. Just again, they're still kind of niche products, but and it's still popular, still successful in their own way. I would not doubt that. Those are great games. Total War games. Back it, boys. Get bad. Always be building. Alright, we're kicking ass now. Alright, cool. I need a control tower.
I read you.
Okay. click, my clickety clackety,
SCV good to
clickety
go, sir.
clackety.
SCV good to go, sir.
Oh.
Add-on complete.
Right away, sir.
Another good
SCV
RTS
good to
game,
go, sir.
a lot of people probably don't remember, was
SCV good to go, sir.
Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. That was pretty fun.
Affirmative.
It's kind of neat to play as like an army of dwarves or whatever. And I guess that was before,
Reporting for duty.
you know,
Yes, sir.
just the Warhammer Total War games. Okay.
SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished. SCV good to go, sir.
RTS forces you to use your head. They don't like that. Yeah.
SCV good to
Total
go,
ma-
sir. Job's finished.
Age of Empires 4 is going to come out in a few months, I believe. Looks like they're just trying to get the AOE two people to buy the same game again. Hi, America. Nice to see you. RTS has morphed, looking to steal Division 2. It's an alternate to RTS. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. I think this is a problem that a lot of places have. Is once you've created a masterpiece, whatever it is, right? It could be a game, it could be a movie, it could be a piece of literature. How do you top that?
Reporting for duty.
You know? So, a game like Starcraft or Age of Empires 2 or you know, a movie like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Lord of the Rings, to try and build upon that is a big problem. Because the first iteration was done so well and is loved by so many people that it's kind of a you're almost setting yourself up to fail. And if you try to improve upon it, you're just fiddling, right? So I think kind of the
Your forces are under attack.
This is Jimmy.
the it's the same thing with the first-person shooter too, even to a certain extent. So like if you take a game like Doom or Half-Life or, you know, they're all sort of spin-offs on the same kind of thing. I'm trying to do silly unit pathing. Okay, here we go. Save the neocons.
Go ahead, HQ.
You're about the last folks I expected to show up. What's your angle here, Minsk?
Our angle? I'll give you an angle, you slimy Confederate piece of
Jim, enough. I'll handle this. The Confederacy has fallen apart, Duke. Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up?
Your point?
I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Saving the race.
Join forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Ed.
All right, Minsk. You got a deal.
You've made the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake now.
Interesting. Sons of Core Hall, 68 to 8 p.m. Oh, that's slow. Nice. cool. Let me check on chat real quick. I think it might be calling it a night here in a minute, guys. Getting pretty sleepy. Let's go through the chat here. RTS has evolved into either empire builders or unit combat focus. A Dragon Steel Division thoughts? Yeah, maybe. I'd say that's kind of an astute observation. Apparently the Dune RTS was really good. Yeah, Dune 2 was basically the first RTS game ever made. Seems like MOBAs have replaced the mainstream RTS game. Yep, that's exactly what happened. The RTS was kind of king of esports for, you know, a number of years. And it remained so until basically League of Legends and Dota 2. Rest in peace, base building. Yep, yep. God of Warcraft route. Make an MMORPG. I don't want to play those. No. It's just sad. If that doesn't demonstrate culture degeneration, I don't know what does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been super big on MMORPGs. Okay, trump card. Ooh. Now the interesting, I think we're going to save it for next time, but as you can probably tell, as we are sort of gaining more territory, incorporating members of the old regime, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Essentially the name of the game. Now the Zerg campaign is very different. You basically play like a Borg sort of hive mind called the Overmind. It's pretty cool. But the Protoss are kind of the based tradcaths of the game. They're all about honor, integrity, homeland, preservation of culture and tradition, and standing up against the unholy onslaught of the Zerg. So they're actually kind of the more reactionary faction, actually. So I guess if I could think about it, the Terrans are sort of the Machiavellian faction. The Zerg are sort of the soulless, collectivist, you know, kind of global homo faction. And the Protoss are the rad trads. You want to take Fortnite seriously? Nah. Porque lo no los dos. Feel like MOBAs are winning though. Yeah, I think you might be right. It seems like a lot of the big games are still like FPSs and stuff. Like it seems like what is that? Global Assault, I guess. Shit, I can't remember. My brain's tired. Counter-Strike Global Assault, yeah, is big still. But yeah, it definitely seems the MOBA is taking a back seat. But the Battle Royale games seem to be getting pretty big. Oh man, it's hailing cats and dogs outside. Shit. Yo. A boar campaign, yeah. A boar campaign, yeah, precisely. Alright guys, well, this has been fun. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not sure how much longer I'll sort of do this. If we look here at the campaign. And ignore red 2, trump card. I think there are 10, I want to say 10. Let's go to my other gamer tag. Okay, yeah, there are 10 ones. So, I don't know, maybe we'll finish the Terran one next week. See if we can, and then, yeah, we may call it there, maybe not. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out. I'm going to be making a new video. Not quite sure on what yet. If you guys have any cracker ideas, just give me a heads up. maybe I'll do. I was thinking about doing one on sort of some philosophical reasons on why I reject paganism and some theological ones, just to sort of fill in on for what was unsaid during the cigar stream I was on with Academic Agent. And then I would also like to talk to a friend who's in China, and we're going to sort of talk about sort of being a stranger in a strange land, maybe, and kind of to what extent you can't really integrate yourself into a society that's too different, essentially. But all right, guys, thank you very much. It's been real, and I will talk to you all again soon. Have a good night. Patriarch out.